Alright, so to try to figure out what's going on, let's create our own blend tool so we can blend between the clips and see what's going on. I'm gonna move this here, move this over here, and I'm gonna drop down a wrangle, and then I'm gonna connect that here and call this blend. And let's remove that locomotion as well. If I don't do anything and I go in here and then just turn on agent clip names, you can see we have just one clip, and that is the left clip. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add both clips like we had in the simulation. So we're going to have run and then we're going to have left. So how you do that is that you start by creating a string array. So I'm going to call this clip names. I'm going to do bracket, which makes it to an array, of course. And then I'm going to append stuff to it. So I'm going to append. So I'm going to append. I'm going to take the clip names. And then I'm going to append run. And then after that, I'm gonna append into clip names left. Okay, so now I have these names into the array, but I of course want to set those as clips to the agent. And I do that by using set agent clip names. And then I'm going to do at ptnum, the current agent, and then I'm going to use clip names. And now you can see I have the run clip there and the left clip, but you can see the horse was moving as well. So the next thing I need to do is I need to have a way to blend them, so I have different weights, so I can blend in more of the left clip over the run clip. I'm going to create another array and call it clip weights. And then I'm going to append. First, I'm just going to do 1, because as you remember in simulation, that run was always at 1. And then for the second one, I'm going to do clip weights. And then I'm going to create a parameter. So I'm going to do channel. I'm going to call this blend. And then by having that, I can just click this here. And then now that's going to create that parameter. So I have a value. And then I can just going to set that to the agents as well. So agent set agent clip weights. And then I go to 0 at ptnum. And then clip weights. So something happened. Let's go into the intrinsics here and show clip weights. Now you see the first one is 1 and the second one is 0. And if I drag this, you can see it's blending over the left clip. And now you can also see the first problem is actually not in the same position. The run is not centered. So what I want to do is I want to move the position of the horse so when it's centered, it's actually centered. And then these guys would line up. So that would sort out the first problem. But then we also have another thing, and that is it's also that you can see that they are not completely in sync. So they're fine here in the beginning, but then here suddenly they're not in sync anymore, and that's why you get like that weird motion with straight legs in the simulation. Let's first deal with the position. And so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to move these guys out of the way. I'm going to drop down an agent edit. And here for the agent edits, I'm going to do set current clip. And I'm going to do run. Also, I need a reference point to know where I can move it. So I'm going to copy this. And this guy is going to be left. Okay. And then I'm going to do null out run. And do that black. Actually, I made a mistake. This agent edit can't be on these clips here because this is before they are centered, because this is when they still had motion in them. So I'm going to use this one instead, because here we stripped out the motion. And so if we merge these guys together now, and then go to the first frame, there you can see. Here, perfect. So now I just need to line these two up. So I go into agent edit, I'm going to go to the SRT, and then I'm just going to move this in the same place. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move this roughly something like that. And now you can see now they're lined up. Perfect. So let's go into the chop network. I'm going to turn off all these guys. And then let's drop down a new agent chop here. I'm going to select outrun. But I'm not going to have it on fetch mode clips because I will just read a clip and that will just discard whatever I've done with this agent edit. So I actually want to switch it over to pose because then I can create a new clip with whatever I've done here. I can even keyframe it and that will read that as well. I don't need to convert it to in place because we already have locomotion in it and we're just moving the center in this case. So this is fine. And then I'm going to call this run. One problem when you use this method though is that it takes the full frame range. If I would go to the motion effects view, you can see now we have a long cycle clips and we don't want that. We just want to have the same length as we had before. So I'm going to drop down another agent here. That will also be run. I'm going to call this run ref. And what I want to do with this, I want to have it on clip because now I just want to get that clip and I use that as a reference. I'm going to go to outrun, I'm going to select the run, and then I'm going to do a trim. And this is similar what we did here with the rename, but now we're using this reference and take the length here. So like so. And now by doing that, you can see suddenly now it's back to the original length again. And then we're going to do null outrun, and I'm gonna make this black. Sweet. And now when we have that clip, now we just need to go to this agent clip, and when we have the file here, let's point it to the chop instead, and then we're gonna do outrun. Sweet. And then let's go to the blend and see what that makes. On the first frame, let's do a blend here, and now you can see. So now we can see that it's not moving backwards anymore. And if you would go here, you will see that now it starts leaning in here. Cool, that is what we want. Now we just need to fix so that the clips are in sync. And the sync thing is really easy to do. We just drop down the clip properties. And then I'm going to point that to this clip here. Then I'm adding the run clip, but without setting any loop range. And I do that because then I will get the clip length in the spreadsheet. So here you can just see it is 0.58833 seconds long. And if we would take the left clip here, you will see that that is actually way longer. We want them to have the same length actually. So in this case, we just need to set it to this range. And if you would multiply this with 24, this will be 14. And so if we set the loop range from 1, that would be to 15 would be the last frame. And by doing that, now you see we have the same loop range of both of them. And let's just add the right one as well. So here we do right, same thing, loop range, 15. And now they all have the same loop range. Cool. And now drop down and null, do our properties. And then in here, let's go to crowd object. We're going to go to clip properties, and then we're going to go up here, out properties, and let's see what this gives us. Play this. So now the blend is working properly. Cool.